Good morning children, I am back again with the next module of class 8th geography chapter 1 and we will be starting with the topic which is called as conservation of resources, right? You all have read about this topic in class 6th also, 7th also and now we are reading it in 8th. Okay, इससे पहले we should understand that resources can be classified on the basis of two, that is renewables and non-renewables, right? But renewables, we all know they are unlimited in nature. They can get renewed easily, hence we use them in an unlimited way. But children, we should remember that हम जब भी किसी चीज को unlimited way में use करते हैं तो its quality gets decreases. For example, air. हमने एयर की केयर नहीं करी, yes or no? We never thought of conserving air in a serious way or to conserve its quality. And today, when there is a winter, we can actually see smog because of it. What is smog? When the smoke which is being emitted by your vehicles mixes with the fog, it becomes smog, and that is very dense. And during this cases, what happens in winters? The vehicles tend to have accidents because of smog. Understood? So whether it is renewable or non-renewable, we need to actually think about their conservation. Okay. See, renewable conservation can be done when we use the resource in a limited way and in a proper way where its purification or its quality does not get harmed. Okay, but then when we are talking about non-renewable resources, it also has a feature that it is limited in its nature. Okay, when it is limited in its nature, that means we have to use it in a proper way. Yes, specifically if I talk about minerals, okay, minerals and fossil fuels. Now when I am talking about minerals and fossil fuels, then we all know that they are renewable sources of energy. That means they need a conservation. Now today I will state you some reasons why we need to conserve the non-renewable resources, specifically minerals and fossil fuels. The first reason why we need to conserve mineral is because they have a non-renewable nature. That means because they belong to non-renewable resources, that is why we need to conserve these minerals and fossil fuels, because their stock is limited on the earth crust, hence we need to conserve them. Understood? The first reason why we need to conserve minerals and fossil fuels. The second reason why we need to conserve minerals and fossil fuel is because it is basis of our civilization. What does it mean is that whatever we are doing, how we are growing ourselves, or whatever industrial development is happening, that is all happening because of minerals and fuels, right? So it is basis of our civilization and in fact of our economic development also, and that is why we need to conserve these resources. Specifically I am talking about minerals. Okay, now the third feature, can you guess what can be the third feature? The first feature says about non-renewable nature. Second feature is basically talking about the basis of our civilization. It provides us the basis of the civilization. And the third feature is because they have the resource to a limited extent. Okay, now the third feature of the conservation of resources is that the resource which is present on the earth crust is of limited extent. Now you will ask me, ma'am, is it same with non-renewable nature? No, it is not same with non-renewable nature. If we are talking non-renewable nature, we are including minerals and fuels and other parts. But when we are talking about specifically mineral resources, according to the needs of the world, its presence is very limited. Understood? And the fourth is for future development and survival, we need mineral resources and hence its conservation is necessary. Understood? That means that for the future development and survival, conservation of resources is very much necessary. Because of this, only our future generations will get employed in some industries, or they will be able to see economic development during their lives. And these are the 4 reasons why mineral and energy fuels conservation is very important. The first reason is non-renewable nature, because we all know they are non-renewable. They are limited in the earth crust, and hence we need to conserve them. The second is the basis of our civilization, because it has provided a strength. It is a foundation for the basis of our civilization. Hence we need to conserve minerals and resources. Third is they are present in a very limited extent. अगर हम compare करें to the needs of the world and to the amount of resources that is being present, then they are present in a very limited extent. Okay, the fourth is for future development and survival. Definitely for the further coming generations, minerals have to be conserved, and for their development and survival, we have to follow the conservation of resources. Okay, with this we have wrapped up with the topic conservation of resources. Read your book thoroughly. Question can come. State any 4 reasons why there is a need of conservation of resources, specifically in the case of renewable resources. Okay. Hello children, now we are going to move on with the next topic of class 8, geography chapter 1. This is the next and the last topic of your chapter. Okay, the topic is called as sustainable development. Okay, the topic that we are going to read is called as sustainable development, right? So when we are talking about sustainable development, we should understand that what is sustainable development. It is a type of a development which makes sure that the future needs are also being seen while we are developing ourselves. That means it is a development which takes care of the future developments of our future generation also. The development which is happening without harming the environment or without causing any damage to the environment is called as sustainable development. Okay, now why we require sustainable development? A big question. Okay, now why do we require sustainable development is because of our extensive use. Like for example, developed countries like USA and developing countries like India. India is striving hard to make it itself as a developed country, and USA is trying hard to become most richest country in the world. Okay, and during this race, they tend to actually utilize the resource in an excessive manner. When they tend to utilize the resource in an excessive manner, that leads to overutilization. And when it leads to overutilization, तो future generations के लिए resources बचते ही नहीं हैं. And that is why we need to start with the practice of sustainable development. Because what we are seeing these days is that everything is reducing in its quality or is reducing in the quantity which is available in our earth crust. That is why we need to actually do sustainable development. Now, how can we do sustainable development? We as a citizen can follow simple steps to do sustainable development or to practice sustainable development. Right. Now, the first step what we can do is minimize. What we can minimize? The first step what we can do in sustainable development is called as minimize. And what we can minimize? We have to minimize the damage. Whom we are doing the damage? The damage we are doing it to the environment. Okay, so the first step to start with sustainable development is to minimize the damage to the environment. Okay, the second is the second point is eradicate. Now, what you are going to eradicate? What you are going to remove? We are going to remove poverty. How we can remove poverty is by using less resource. जब हम कम resource use करेंगे, so the other people, those who are not getting the resource, will be able to get them. And when poverty will get reduced, then there will be reduction of gap. What is the gap? Gap between developed and developing countries. That means the gap which is there between the developed and the developing country will be reduced. Okay. So we need to actually eradicate the poverty. The third is to improve the quality of human life. Okay. Now, the third point that we are going to talk about is called as improve. Now, what we have to improve? We have to improve the quality of whose quality? We have to improve the quality of human life. Why we need to improve the quality of human life is that because of them only we will be able to do the development. So, we have to actually switch over to the healthier life where we do not use the resource in an extensive way. Okay. Fourth point is efforts. Now what efforts we have to make? We have to actually make efforts in which we can utilize the resource in a proper way and we can actually switch over to the renewable resources. That means rather than depending on the non-renewable resources, we should switch over to the renewable resources. Understood? Okay. Now the fifth point. The fifth point is to educate the communities. The fifth point that we are going to follow for sustainable development is to educate the communities, to make them informative about what is going on in the environment, why we need to practice sustainable development, why there is a need, what is the demand, what we have done, that we need to switch over to this part is called as education. We need to educate the communities about this. There is a do you know box in your book which tells about what happened in the first Earth Summit of Sustainable Development. The first Earth Summit where many people came together, that is 100 people of the states came together at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil to discuss about the concept of sustainable development. If you want to know more about this topic, the card is flashing over the I button. You can click over that link and you can study about this topic more. Okay, so these are the 5 main points which basically we need to practice to actually inculcate sustainable development in our life.